Morning everyone, Sean here. I hope you're all very, very well. You joined me this morning at, just on the outskirts of Ferry Meadows, Neen Park. I've come down this morning with the hope of getting a bit of a sunrise. Got the camera with me, got the R6 with the 24-70 lens on it, and over my shoulder is where the sun should be coming up in about 20 minutes. I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not going to happen, but we're going to hang around for a little while and see what happens. Give it till, I think it's 10 past 8 this morning, something like that. Give it till 10 past 8 and we will then see what we can see. If it doesn't happen, that's fair enough. We'll just have a little wander around Ferry Meadows. Okay, right, still not much colour about, but we've got a little bit of movement in the clouds. So, plan B, get a tripod out and see if we can do a bit of a long exposure. There's a little bit of colour over to the right, but I don't think there's going to be enough of a colour to warrant a fantastic sunset, a sunrise. So we'll pop this down here, pop the camera on it, and we will see if we can get a bit of a long exposure going. Not quite sure how long exposure we can get, but we'll see what happens. So if we bring the ISO right down to 100, that's the lowest this ISO will go, and we go right out to f11. We might have to go a bit higher than that. f22. What does f22 give us? I think I might have shot my bolt here. Even f22 only gives me 2 seconds. I haven't got any ND filters with me, so I think we might not get something. We might be back to plan A again, see if there's any colour in the sky. We're in luck. We have a little bit of colour, and it is only a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We might get a shot. There's still hope. So we're going to wind that all the way out. In the foreground, I've just got a little bit of a fence here, looking over this grass, then onto the lake, and then we've got some quite nice cloud formation. So we are at ISO 100, f22, 0.4 of a second. We are focusing about a third of the way into the image, and we will see what we get. It's not going to be the greatest image. If it's any good, I will put it on the screen. So we're looking out over the lake. Let's say there's a little tiny bit of colour in the sky, not as much as I'd hope. We've got a shot. I'm going to have a walk down to the bridge now, see if we can get anything down there, and I'll perhaps talk to you again in a minute. Okay, we're back. Just changed camera lens. We've now got the 400. We're walking down to Milton Ferry Bridge, and we're going to see if we can find some wildlife. I'll just spin you around so you can see the beautiful bridge and then the river, and you can see the sun is just trying its best to come out. Sadly, no otters this morning. That would be too good to be true. But you never know. We'll see what we can see. See if I can get some shots of the great crested grebes on the main lake in their winter plumage. Wow. how the sun has put a bit of an appearance in, casting some beautiful light over the lake here. There's a few wildfowl out there. You can see a grebe, but he's a long way out to photograph. And we've got some mallards out in front of us. If they come across into that sunlight glow there, that'll be worth a shot. I've just spotted another grebe off to the right. Let's see if we can get a couple of shots of those. Might have to put you down for a minute. Okay, so I've got one of the grebes has come really close now. It's just dived down for a moment, so I'll just have a quick chat. It's just through where this tree is on the right hand side. He's just popped up. Let me see if I can get another picture of him. Hang on a second. It's beautiful in the light. Absolutely stunning in that light. Stay there. Wonderful shot. Oh, I'm hoping this will come out. Really hoping that will come out. Okay, so I'm a bit lower now, but it's just moved further out. I'm just going to have to overexpose him a little bit. I'm just hoping it's going to drift to the right a little bit more, just into that sun ray. He's just dived. Come on, mate. Do us a favour. Let's just see where he's going. It's not a bad place to sit first thing in the morning though. Come on, pop up just in that sun ray. Just in that sun ray, that would be fantastic. That would be, oh look, he's gone too far. Come back this way. No, not happened. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I've got a good shot of him. Okay, let's move on, I think. I don't know whether you can hear this, but there is a small flock of long-tailed tits just in this tree up here. Don't know whether I can get a shot of them or not. I'll try, see if I can get a shot of them. There's a few of them up here though. Let's have a little go. They move so fast. Oh, I might have got a record shot. They move too quick for me. I've got the 400mm lens on, but with the teleconverter, the 1.4 teleconverter, it just slows the focus down a tiny bit. Well, I have to say, we seem to be beating the weather forecast this morning. It was forecast to be very cloudy and very dull, but we've got a little bit of light. No, we've got quite a lot of light, to be fair. So we're now looking over one of the wet meadows here. Just going to grab the binoculars out, see what we can see. We have seen snipe here in the past, widgeon, shoveler. Every now and again we see a bird of prey fly over. Not a lot out there this morning. Solitary black-headed gull over the far side, and a few, one or two pigeons. About it. Okay, not the end of the world. We shall move on. It's just a glorious morning to be out. Right, let's go. So just as we're wandering along here, I'll just explain what kit I've brought with me this morning. So I've got the Canon 6D, and I've got a converter on it with a EF 400 f5.6 lens on the front. I've also got a 1.4 teleconverter on it, which gives me a total of 560 millimeters, with a minimum aperture of f8. I did used to get a bit hung up about the f8 aperture, but the ISO performance on the 6D or 6D Mark II is unbelievably good, absolutely fantastic. So even if the image is a little bit noisy because of high ISO, well, it's not noisy, that's the thing. Even with high ISO, it's not a particularly noisy image. And Lightroom is very, very good. As I was saying, the low light performance of the 6D Mark II is fantastic. So it's don't mind pushing the ISO up these days. I say f8 on the with this particular lens gives me it's kind of better than cropping. In the past I've cropped on the 400, but I found that the optical magnification seems to be slightly better. Put any images through noise reduction software if I need to, and it just cleans them up. So I think the 1.4 converter is certainly worth it. The only thing is, as I said earlier, it sometimes affects the autofocus. It's not quite as snappy, particularly if the light's a little bit challenging. But, talking of the light being a bit challenging, it's clouded over a little bit. So we're going to have a wander around to maybe where I've seen kingfishers in the past, but I think we might have missed our chance. But we'll have a walk anyway, and we'll see how we get on. So I've come down to the hide. There's no one else here now, people in earlier. And sun's coming out again, which is wonderful. We're now looking out over a small pond and a reed bed over the back there. We've got some mallards down here. Nothing on the feeders at the moment. A couple of blue tits came in earlier. Nothing on them. I've just got some female pheasants, some hen pheasants, which I've just managed to get quite a nice shot of. As I say, there's a little bit of colour now, which is very, very nice indeed. Just going to sit here for a little while. Sit here for a little while, see what turns up. This is actually, I believe, called the Heron hide. No herons here today, though. It's a beautiful day, though. Wonderful day. Okay, let's see if we can get some photos. So I'm just going to very, very carefully try and turn around. There's a squirrel on the fence behind me. Just going to see if I can grab a shot of him. Sat there eating something that someone's left. Oh, he's off. Where's he gone? So at the front of the hide at the moment, we've got some mallards. There's a beautiful cock pheasant down here. The light is wonderful on him, but it's just not the back. Photographically wise, it's not very nice surroundings. It's very muddy down there, and he's right next to the feeder. If he would move, then it would be a nicer photograph. Let me just turn you around, see if I can show you. Let's just try, pick you up, turn you around. You can see just down there. I'll try and zoom in a little bit. There he is. It's amazing how the light changes. And that affects how you feel and the desire to be out or not. Wow. There he's moving now. I'm just going to see if I can grab a shot of him. Just behind some undergrowth at the moment, but he might pop out. If he does, the sun will be on him. And it will really show those colours of the feathers off. So the feeder is brilliant, but it's not always great taking photographs of birds on feeders. So what we have got here, I'll just turn you around over my right shoulder here, a tree here, and that tree provides a little perch for the birds, small birds, to wait their turn to get on the feeder. And the feeder is just over there. So what you can do is you can stand here with your camera and you can get the small birds either in this tree or in the bushes here. And if you pick your spots, it's a little bit messy, but if you pick your spots, you can get some great shots. We've currently got blue tits here, great tits, a finch, which I don't know what it is. I'll have to have a look in my book. But yeah, there's some great shots to be had just here. Well, if I get some, I'll show you. Well, there we go. What a beautiful morning. Weather turned out to be nicer than forecast. Forecast was for it to be really, really overcast, but we might have got a bit of a sunrise. Hopefully, got a couple of good pictures of that grebe in winter plumage, called plumage. Feathers, plumage, whatever. A few minutes in the hide there. Got a couple of pictures. Did manage to get a picture of the cock pheasant. I think I'm going to call it for today. Head back to the car. Got a few jobs to do. All that remains for me to say is thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll catch you on another one very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now.